So in the last lecture we have already seen generating the random processes and we have learned about the basics. So the episodic random process we have learned, and we have also seen about the time driven, event driven and hybrid system. So event driven system, when some signal will arise, the system will start or change its working and the event will occur, and the combination of both the time driven and the event driven is the hybrid system. Then we have seen about the closed loop control system where feedback is given, and with feedback the system changes its event or the action is taken, whereas in open loop system there is no feedback. So then we have discussed about the Markovian process. Okay, so it is the process which predictions can be made regarding the future outcomes based on the present state. So if you know the present state, Markovian will tell you the future state. And the Poisson distribution, it gives the number of events occurring in a fixed interval of time. Okay, Poisson distribution gives probability of given number of events occurring in the fixed interval of time. So Poisson distribution will tell what will happen in the next 10 say seconds, what number of events will be occur, that will be expressed by Poisson distribution. So Markovian, what is present state, then what will be the future outcome, that is a Markovian process. Okay, you know present state, you can find out the future outcome, that is a Markovian process, whereas Poisson distribution gives the number of events happening in the fixed interval of time. So now we have to learn about the episodic random process. So we need to generate the episodic random process for the simulation process. Okay, so we have to do some experimentation on simulation. We need to do the simulation for some event where episodic random processes are required. Okay, so and we have already seen that the episodic random processes are characterized by non-deterministic inter-event times. Okay, so simulating such a system requires both the event occurrence time and signal value. Simulating such a system requires that both the event occurrence time and signal values it is to be generated. Okay, so we'll just go back and we'll find out episodic random process considers the case where event do not occur regularly but only irregular asynchronous time. So when event occurs, a change occurs in the signal or process, because signal and process both things are same. So process generated in this manner are called episodic random process. Okay, episodic random process, events do not occur regularly, irregular asynchronous time is there, and the process generated when the event will occur, a change occurs in the signal. Signal is nothing but the process, that is epidemic random process. Now we want to see how to generate the this episodic random process. Okay, sorry, I have pronounced something else for this episodic. Okay, please correct it. So episodic random process, there are two types, Markovian process and Poisson process, which are part of these processes. Okay, so episodic random process, so inter event time, okay, actually we have, they have given the different statements, and it's quite confusing. So what we should consider is, this is the best definition, that signal will occur asynchronously, not regularly, and when the signal will come, the event will occur and there will be change. Okay, like the computer system is there, and you will touch the mouse, so you will move the mouse, and what will happen? So the event is not regular, it will be irregular asynchronous time, and when you will touch, the event will occur, you will move the mouse means event will occur, and the signal value will change. Okay, that is called episodic random process. So to do the simulation for such a system, what it will require? Event occurrence. Mouse movement is a event occurrence, and signal value at this time be generated. So it is necessary to schedule event time tk and generate event sequence xk. Okay, event time tk, that is at t0 something will happen, then t1 t2, so this t1 t2 t0, this it needs to be scheduled, and event xk, event sequence xk, that we need to generate for this simulation. For Poisson process, this is as follows. So first we have to schedule the event. Okay, so how to schedule the event? So how you will generate this time sequence t0 t1 t2? So tk is equal to tk minus 1 minus mu. Mu is what? Mu is the mean, inverse random. So you will be using the random function, and the mean is given, so that you will get the new time schedule. Okay, tk is the schedule event time. Okay, so tk plus 1. So I will just show you the example. Actually, this is t0, this is t1, this is t2, this is t3, this is t4, and this is t5, and here you can see 1 and 2 events. 3 events have two events. At t0 there is 0 event. At t1 there are 2 events. You can see this is event 1 and event 2, and at t3 3 events have occurred. Okay, and at t4 you can see 1 2 3 4 events have occurred. So it shows the event number. So this is the fourth event, xt. Okay, so how you will calculate the time? t0 is equal to tk minus 1. So what is tk? So this is tk and this is tk minus 1. If this is tk, then this is tk minus 1. Okay, so this is t0, this is t1. So t1 is equal to t0 minus mu into inverse of random. And here you can see with this formula the time sequence is generated. Okay, 0 0, 1.44, 3.28. So with this formula, these different time sequences are generated, and these are the signals. So number of events are shown: 0, 1 event, 2 events, 3 events, 4 events, 5 events. So you can see here the number of events. Okay, so here you can see the number of events, 4. At t2 number of events are 4. At t5 you can check like this. Okay, so how to schedule? So schedule with this formula. Okay, and now how to generate event sequence, that we have to see. So generate the event sequence. The signal value only changes at time, event time. Okay, the signal value only changes at event time. So what is event time? t0 is event time, t1 is the event time. At that time the signal value will change. Further, a Poisson process requires that the signal's value be the previous state incremented by 1. Okay, so previous at x0 the signal value is 0. At xk the value is xk minus 1 plus 1. Okay, so again we'll go to this diagram. So xk is equal to xk plus 1. Okay, xk, so this is the x0. So x1 is equal to this value plus 1. This event, so here you can see 1 2 3 events. So here 1 2 3. So for this x3 it will be x2 plus 1. So number of events will be incremented by 1. Okay. So very simple. It seems to be very complex, but episodic random process. So schedule. So how you will calculate when the event is to be uh, to happen, that will be decided by this tk, and how you will calculate tk is equal to tk minus 1 minus mu into inverse random. So random function you will be using to generate the new timing. So of course next one will be a random one. It will depend on the value generated by this random function. Okay, so randomly the next time will be generated, that you have to consider here. And next one is so schedule, and then next one is generate. So how you will generate the signal xk is equal to xk minus 1 plus 1. So you will get the next signal. Okay, so this is the example, and you can see this actually this has been uh, uh, has been here represented here. These values they are represented here. Okay, and the listing, this is the code t0 is equal to 0, x0 is equal to, so initially both are 0. You can see here t0 is 0 and xk is 0, and then for k is equal to 1n. So here we are generating the time, we are generating the signal value, and in this way the episodic this we are doing. Okay, I think now you can just see this 1.44. Next tk generated is 1.44, the signal value is 1. Then next tk is this plus adding this one 1.44, that is this tk minus 1 is 1.44 minus mu inverse random will give 3.28. Then to calculate this will be tk minus 1, and this formula will give us the new tk. Like this xk, you can see xk is equal to xk plus 1. That's why it is incrementing by 1. So xk is equal to xk plus 1, xk is equal to xk minus 1 plus 1. Okay, so previous value plus 1, previous value plus 1, previous value plus 1 will get the xk. Okay, so I think now it's clear what is episodic random process generation, and we have considered both the cases, Markovian and Poisson. Okay, so what happens in Markovian and what happens in this so if the times are exponentially distributed, the process is called Markovian. Okay, time is exponentially distributed, then it is a Markovian process. And if the signal value xt is number of events up to the time, that process is called Poisson. Okay, we have already seen these definitions of Markovian. Markovian, what it is doing, predicts future outcome based on present state. That's why tk is equal to tk minus 1 plus 1 or xk plus 1, that gives, that is Markovian. Okay, and Poisson, distribution expresses probability of a given number of events occurring in the fixed time interval. So what is fixed time interval is 0 to t, you can put the time interval. Okay, so that's all about these episodic random processes. And we have the next point, that is telegraph process. So what is telegraph process? So it is one of the random processes actually. Okay, there are number of random processes that follow more or less same recipe as Poisson process. So we have seen the Poisson process, that is tk is equal, the present state will give us the next state, that is tk minus 1 plus 1, or that inverse, that random number, that formula is there. Okay, this is our formula, this is a Poisson, and this tk is equal to tk plus 1, xk is equal to that. This is a Poisson system. Okay, so while they cannot be expressed by simple mathematical equation, they are still easily modeled and simulated. Okay, so there are number of random processes which are similar to Poisson process, and it is very difficult to mathematically express them, but they can be simulated and modeled. So we'll see the telegraph process. So it is an important random process. So this is a random process. Telegraph process is a random process, which is the digital counterpart of the continuous time sinusoidal process. So what is continuous time sinusoidal process? This is the continuous time sinusoidal process. We'll see one video on this sinusoidal continuous sinusoidal signal. So this is the continuous time sinusoidal. Okay, you can see this. Okay, so we'll go back to our presentation, and so this is, so you can see here the telegraph process, an important random process. Telegraph process is an important random process which is digital counterpart of the continuous sinusoidal process. So you have seen the, this is the sinusoidal process, and this is the telegraph process is similar to this. We'll see what exactly the telegraph process is. So you can see here the working of telegraph. So
code in which each
the issue is you cannot uh, hear the sound of this. Okay, so this is the sequence generated by the telegraph process actually, and some continuous
letter
noise is
is
there.
given
So
for
these
code
systems are
dot
working,
letter
and they are
is
creating the
given
electric
in
signals
which each
actually.
the important
Okay,
parts of a
so
telegraph
this system
is
is
made
working,
efficient
and you see
on
continuously it
using
is generating the
Morse
signal.
code
The
in
signals
which
are like
each
this.
letter
Okay,
is
so
given
this
for
type of
code
signals
of
are
dots
called
and
the
lines.
telegraph
The
signals, and
important parts of a telegraph
the another
system
example is this one.
are the
So it is synchronous
electromagnet
actually, and
and
the various.
battery.
So one of the important random processes is the telegraph process. An important one is the telegraph process, which is a digital counterpart to the continuous time sinusoidal process. So this is the sinusoidal process. You can see it's a continuous time sinusoidal process, and here you can see the a diagram which is similar to this telegraph process. So the synchronization signal is there. So, and this is the output. Sometimes it will be +1 or -1. Okay, it may be +1 or -1, +1 +1 -1, like this. So this is the telegraph process, and we have also seen the that one example. Okay, so how to model this telegraph process? You want to implement, you want to do the simulation of the telegraph process. So what you will be doing? So the telegraph process models the digital pulse train of bipolar bits as they proceed synchronously over communication link at regular predetermined time intervals. Okay, so the telegraph process models the digital pulse train of bipolar bits. So these are the bipolar bits actually. Okay, this is +1 -1. So this is the digital train of bipolar bits, and this is the clock. So clock means synchronous. Okay, synchronously clock is there, so synchronization is there. As with sinusoidal process, amplitude and frequency are fixed for constants. So you know, here for sinusoidal amplitude is fixed, amplitude is fixed. Okay, so here also you can see amplitude is fixed, +1 -1. As with sinusoidal process, amplitude and frequency are fixed for fixed known constants. So the amplitude and frequency are known constants. However, phase and sign of the amplitude are each random. So +1 or -1, that is random. Let xt, that is signal value, okay, be either +1. So signal will be either +1 or -1. Here we have seen signal value is either +1 or -1. With equal probability, every t seconds a new x value arrives, but we do not know just when the data stream starts. So every t seconds the new x value, that is +1 or -1, will come, but we don't know when the data stream will start. So how to simulate this? Let us start somewhere between 0 to t, because after t seconds the new value is coming. So 0 to t is our, say, the time slot, and with equal probability. So the probability is equal. Thus randomness of the process is twofold: initial value t is 0 and the x value. Okay, so initial value time when the simulation will start is t0, and x value, so it may be +1 or -1. Proceeding as a Poisson, a reasonable algorithm by which schedule tk and generate event xk. So we have to generate tk schedule, we have to generate, and we have to generate the value of signal so that we can generate the telegraph process. So proceeding as with Poisson. So what Poisson is saying, again we'll revise it: probability of given number of events occurring in the fixed interval of time. So what number of events that will occur in the fixed interval of time? Fixed interval time is 0 to t, this capital T. Okay, so number of events occurring will be given by the Poisson distribution. So first schedule and next is generate. So first schedule means time at which the pulse is generated, that we have to calculate. So t0 uniformly distributed on interval, that is 0 to t, where the density function is 1 upon t. So this is the probability distribution. 0 to t is timing, so it is 1 upon t. Like if you will toss a coin, so head and tail is there, so the density function is 1 by 2. Similarly here 1 by t. For a fixed inter-event time, since successive wave pulse arrive each t time unit, so how to calculate this? T0 is equal to 1 upon t, and random number will be generated and you will get the t0. Okay, so 1 upon t into the random number generated, that will give us the t0. So this is the initial t0 value, and then next this t0 plus t will give us the tk, t1 plus t will give us the t2. Like this, next times will be calculated, scheduling will be done like that. Okay, and now we have to generate the pulses. The amplitude of the signal is known to be unity 1. Okay, amplitude is either +1 or -1, but the sign is random with equal probability. So it will be plus or -1 with equal probability. Both have equal probability 1 by 2, isn't it? Like head and tail. In this case, amplitude random variable is discrete. Amplitude of the random variable is discrete, that is +1 or -1. So two equal values means that probability of x of t is equal to 1 is 0.5, and probability of signal value -1 is also 0.5. Okay, it follows that if b is equal to random, then xk is equal to -1. Xk, that is signal value is -1. Okay, b is less than 0.5, and xk is equal to 1. If b is greater than or equal to 0.5, then the value will be 1. Okay, so when you will generate the signal, when -1 will come if probability is less than 0.5, and if probability is greater than or equal to 0.5, then the probability the value of the signal will be 1. So that's what how we generate the signal, the bipolar signals, either +1 or -1. Okay, so now in executing the simulation involving random process, two important statistical things are there. One is mean and another is autocorrelation. Okay, so how to calculate this? Okay, so here mean is 0 for this telegraph process, because +1 and -1, and autocorrelation is given by this formula. Okay, so what is the formula? This autocorrelation, that gives the formula 1 minus tau by t. Okay, what is this tau? Tau is nothing but the time lag. We have mentioned here tau is the lag in time. Okay, so lag in time is tau. So 1 minus tau, this is the absolute value they have taken, divided by this t, that is our time slot. After t seconds, this t seconds, the event will occur. So if tau is less than t, then this will be the formula. If tau is greater than t, then there will be no signal. Okay. So this is showing the graphical representation of the autocorrelation function. So basically, what is autocorrelation? Autocorrelation that we have to study. Autocorrelation is a mathematical representation of degree of similarity between given series and lagged version of itself over successive time intervals. Okay, autocorrelation is the degree of similarity between given time series and lagged version. So this autocorrelation is representing the lag in the time actually. Okay, so that is all about the synchronous telegraph process. Now we have to study the asynchronous telegraph process. So in synchronous telegraph process, the clock pulse like synchronization mechanism is there. So here another variation of episodic random process theme is asynchronous telegraph process. This process is identical to synchronous one defined above, except that asynchronous process models asynchronous signal in that each pulse of varying length. Okay, so pulse length is varying. As might be expected, length varies according to an appropriate probabilistic model, which is typically a Poisson model. So we have already seen the Poisson model. Poisson model gives the number of events that will happen within the time slot 0 to t. Using the rationale for Poisson and synchronous telegraph hypothesis, so this asynchronous telegraph process is modeled like this. Schedule T0 is equal to, so same as the synchronous telegraph process, but here the next time schedule, that is T. So T1, if you want to calculate T0 minus mu inverse random, so that will be the formula. For T2 it will be T1 minus mu into inverse random. So like this the time schedule will be calculated, that is T0, T1, T2 will be calculated by this, and we have to generate the signal. So same thing is there as previously used, so there is no difference. Okay, xk is equal to -1 if probability is less than 0.5, and xk is equal to 1, signal value is 1 if probability is greater than 0.5, and signal value is -1 if the probability is less than 0.5. Okay. So this is the autocorrelation formula for the asynchronous. So for synchronous, it is like this graphical representation, is a triangular process, like you can say, with this formula, and here this is asynchronous. Okay. So that is all about the telegraph processes. We have seen the synchronous as well as asynchronous telegraph processes. Now we have seen the episodic random process generator. Now we will see the regular random process. Scheduling in regular random process model is automatic. Both initial time and inter arrival times are given. So T0 is given, and T1, T2, that time slots are also given and are usually fixed throughout the simulation. So if T1 is after 1 second, T0 is 0, then T1 is after 1 second, T1 will come, after 2 second T2 will come, like this. T1, T2 fixed time quantum is there 1 second, say, or according to your process. So that's all about the regular random process. So regular random process is very simple. Okay, initial time and inter-arrival time is given. So T0 is given, and inter-arrival time, that is T1, T2, T3, that is also given. So that is all about the regular random process. So we'll stop here, and we'll have a new lecture on this random walks and white noise, and then that will be the end of this unit.